What's up, people? If y'all don't know, I'm Gilbert, also aka Gilbert the Barber, aka G the Barber, aka Gilbert, whatever you want to call me. Um, but I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of feedback. So this past weekend, I had competed in my first barber competition, my first barber show. So I was competing in the Midwest Barber Competition in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm just gonna give y'all a little feedback of, you know, how the show went for me, how I felt, just going into it as a first, going into it my first time being a barber, the mentality that I had the mentality that I had, and just everything all across the board. I would like to start out by shouting out Midwest Barber Competition, the vendors, the judges, everybody that was involved in the show. It was a great event. I had a great time. I had a blast. I learned so much. I mean, I had a good time just networking and meeting industry professionals and just meeting everyone and just the exposure alone. So I just want to shout out y'all. Hats off to y'all. Kudos to y'all. So going into that, so just the mentality that I had just competing in it. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was very nervous. It was my first competition. So I was nervous, but at the same time, I was just observing and just seeing how things move. What can we do? I mean, what I was allowed to do, where I wasn't. I First off, I would like to say I competed in the two categories. It was traditional haircut and style, and it was the fastest fade. So now for the traditional haircut and style, it was 30 minutes. I had 30 minutes. For the fastest fade, it was only 15 minutes. I competed in the traditional haircut and style first. No, going into it, I was just nervous because, just being in that atmosphere and everything. I'm a little bit familiar with, what I'm saying, just the overall feeling of people watching you from, my job now working in the barbershop and, you have people watching you and like why you couldn't hear. But like this was on a whole new level. You have like in any show you can go to, any barber show you can go to, you can have from hundreds to thousands of people watching your every move, watching, even you make a mistake, what I'm saying, watching your every mistake or every move from start to finish. Then at the same time, it's like you're competing, but at the same time you're teaching too, because it's like you have people from other barbers that are there watching you, from kids that are there, families that are there, and what I'm saying, people that's just normal people that just come by or they want to just enjoy a show. So it's like you also are competing, and you're trying to compete and win the category, win the contest, but at the same time it's like you're also teaching at the same time. So that was a little bit nerve wracking too, and all in one. So overall, that's how I felt. Like I'm normally a confident person, but just that being my first competition, I was just really nervous because I am a perfectionist. So I want anything that I do, I want it to be perfect, and I understand that not always gonna be perfect, but that's just how I am in my personality. So that was just my overall feeling of it and my mindset. My mindset going into the competition, I knew I had to be ready. I knew that I was going to be competing against some good barbers. Let's put it like that, good barbers. But then when I got there, I realized that I was competing against great barbers. Some of the greatest in the Midwest. And when competitions, you do, whether they're in the city, you have to realize that there are going to be barbers or stylists that are coming from surrounding states. So I was competing with along other barbers from Milwaukee, Chicago, Cincinnati, Ohio, everywhere in the surrounding states in the Midwest, and some even came from farther away. So just when I got there and I seen the atmosphere and just realizing I was along great barbers, it motivated me, but at the same time, it was nerve wracking in itself, all in one. So that was just my mindset and my mind state going into that. I knew that I had to prepare myself. I knew that I had to, be focused, and just zone in on what I was doing and my clients and, excuse me, my models that I had brought with me. But just, just seeing everything, the event going on, just the people and the amazing, work that's being, done around you too. It can be a little bit, distracting, whatever, but at the same time humbling. So my mindset with that, it was just, I know I had to be focused, but what I got back from that was definitely inspirational. It was inspiring. It was motivated. And I would like to say this: I didn't place in the competition at all. I didn't place any categories. I lost in 2 categories that I competed in, but the knowledge that I gained from just competing and taking the risk and just competing in it was more valuable than actually placing or even winning a trophy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I want to win. Like, you compete, you want to win. So, I was a little bit salty that I didn't win, but when I took a step back and just looked and thought about it, the knowledge that I gained from competing in the competition was more valuable than anything. Like just seeing another level of barbering, seeing another level of styling, seeing another level of just the barbering career, where you can get to what is feasible of becoming. That just, it was really motivating for me. So I took that back with me, and then now it's just gonna make me go even more harder. It's just gonna make me, zone in and focus even more. So that's kind of what I took from the competition. So now I'm just gonna, now I'm at home, I'm just gonna, go back to work, get back in grind mode, and just, try my best to perfect my craft even more. Perfect my skill even more. Just challenge on a daily, just challenge myself. Just on a daily, just challenge myself to become great, to become greater than what I was before. So that was just kind of the mentality that I had and what I took from that competition. So but that was pretty much it. So for the people who don't know, who are just tuning in to my channel, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm all about giving back. I'm all about sharing the wealth and the knowledge. I was an up and coming barber, once before, and now I consider myself to be, a master barber. Not even a master barber, because within this barber career, you're always going to be learning. You always got to be a sponge. You can always pick up and learn something from anybody. But I consider myself to be an advanced barber. I'll say that, a more advanced barber. So at the same time, I created this channel for barbers that was like me when I first started in the game. They just wanted to, soak up as much information, soak up as much game as possible, and just incorporate that into their barbering. So if you're just tuning into my channel, subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be more videos and just more. I'm just gonna be having more tutorials and just sharing the information, man, sharing the wealth, sharing the knowledge. So but right now we finna cut. Right now we finna cut and go. I'm finna show y'all some footage from the barber competition. Me cutting and just everything, the whole nine. So tune in. Give.